The CEO of Digicel, that's big. What's a day like?
No day is the same. By nature of the job, it's all encompassing. I have always worked really, really, really hard. So anytime an opportunity comes my way, I do feel like I deserve it. Who is the person you envision yourself being 5 years from now, 10 years from now, so that it's easier to identify the opportunities when they come your way. And then when they come, don't squander them. Decide what mark you're going to leave in every space you're in.
What is your leadership philosophy?
Always show up. Pursue excellence with grace. Have a standard that you're aspiring toward. It's about an enabling environment. So what lets you show up as your best self? My leadership style has to mirror who I am as a person. Otherwise, it's not authentic. My favorite parts of my day is just walking through the office, talking to people. And those conversations kind of break up tough meetings, tough days. It just helps you to connect with people and exhale to go again. You'll hear a lot of people say, well, I can't take vacation. I don't know when to go on vacation. It has to be, because something is wrong if your business can't run without you being gone for a week, 2 weeks, 3 days. But if I don't separate myself from my space periodically, I'm no good to my team and I can't deliver anything. So what's the point of that? The only way you learn is to do. And you'd be surprised how transferable an experience or a skill that you got somewhere completely unrelated is to a new environment. The only way to be fast and good is if you actually are thinking about what you're doing and creatively reimagining it. There is something phenomenal about the bet that an entrepreneur is prepared to take on themselves and their idea. I watch them in awe. I support them in awe. You need the dreamers to give you some blue sky thinking. What's possible that you've not thought about yet?
Customers are always right. What do you think about that?
How you engage with the customer and make them feel about your brand and your business is totally within your control. Through the purchase and the interaction with our products and service, they pay our bills, right? They keep us employed. So if we're not respecting them or we're not doing it for them, who are we doing it for? I want to find contentment and I want to thrive in an environment of peace. And people make this comment all the time, oh, you always look so put together. Usually my mind is racing in 50 different directions.
And you don't feel put together?
Not all the time. I'm barely making it through the day sometimes. I would caution people to be careful about comparisons based on what things just look like. Our business has to advocate for things that are national priorities. Is it youth and sport? Is it making sure that we give back to the communities? It has to be more than just words on a page. And that's definitely the legacy that I'm trying to leave behind at Digicel.
My name is Matthew Future, and I'm the creator and host of Gems from Friends podcast. If you're new here, welcome to season 5, and make sure you check out the past seasons. If you're returning, thank you so much for your support. However, if you're not subscribed yet, please do so and click on the notification bell. It does a lot for this channel and for the other content creators in Barbados. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy this episode.
The person in front of me today is the CEO of Digicel, the first female CEO of Digicel. Welcome, Natalie Abrahams. And I wanted to use my noise machine, but people are kind of like complaining about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If I like the noises, then we're all good. If I hate them, then...
It's just like little sound effects, you know?
Right.
Just, I would have give you the applause.
So do I get to do the frowny face if I don't like the sound effect, or...
Oh, you can't hear it. Sorry.
Oh, gosh, that
Sorry.
sucks.
I would have plugged it in, but
I'm
sorry.
actually just teasing. I really cannot imagine what you're going to ask me. Anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've prepared a song just in case. I need to fill time. I have an interpretive dance. I'm ready.
You prepared a song.
I did not, but I could like pull one out together real quick. Got it. I'm on it.
Can you sing?
I do not want to answer that because then I know where this is going to go.
No, I'm not going to ask you to sing, but do you sing karaoke too?
The two things are not the same. So, yes, I have always been able to sing. I do not know. Well, I do kind of know where, but I can sing. Can I sing at karaoke? What is wrong with those mics? They do not. It's not. No.
Oh, so you don't think they're set well? You don't really sound good at karaoke because everybody trying to sound good at karaoke.
I sound alright, but it's you know. But I can sing. I have a weird ear. I can pick up a song from like the first drop. I have a really random knowledge of music. I like all kinds of music. I pick up things quickly where it comes to sound. So it's just one of those things.
You always been like that.
Yeah.
And you mentioned dancing.
Did I? Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, I used to dance when I was like, that age that all girls go through where you dance. So I danced as a young adult and so on, properly like classes and stuff.
Oh, really? What kind
Yeah.
of dance?
Jazz and contemporary, never ballet. I was not a
Okay.
ballet girly. I did a couple performances, like, you know, as you do as part of a class and whatever. And then I did like Latin and ballroom, like anything musical I love. But I cannot play an instrument. I've proven it.
Okay.
I suck. In my head, I'd be great at guitar. In my head, though. But I've proven that I can't do it. I can't read music.
Okay.
I can pick it up by ear, listening to it. I can't
Yeah, play by
it.
ear. Yeah.
But I can't play anything. That I've proven.
Okay.
Time and time again. Time
How long
again.
you give yourself with a guitar?
Well, I haven't started.
Okay. You said that you suck at the guitar.
No,
So
I said
thought you
I
tried.
think I'd be great at guitar.
Oh, you
In
think?
my head.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
But you never tried it.
No.
Okay. I have one in the car.
Oh my God.
So you try keyboard and stuff like
Yes.
piano.
I can absolutely poke at things if I'm shown what to do. Mm-hmm. But I'm in awe of people whose hands like fly over the keys. Like to me, that's like a gift.
Right.
And when you were at school, you had to play an instrument. They forced me to play the clarinet. Who can blow into that thing endlessly like that and make? Who's doing that? I can. No, that does not work for me at all. Terrible. So I went back to the choir, which is where I need to be singing.
Right.
I tried drums for a little bit. I really love the noise. It doesn't sound like anything you've ever heard. So also not good at that. So
So you call
not
it noise.
instruments.
Okay. Interesting
It's noise.
term. Mhm.
It's noise. So I would stick to the vocals and
Right. So, what's your favorite music? Like, what you into?
I always say anything except country and western. Fight
Really?
me in the comments. I'm not country and western. I don't it's to me too monotonous. The storyline is always the same. And it just doesn't sound melodic to me.
What is your perception of the storyline?
Jolene, take my man, don't take my man, riding a cow. I don't know. It doesn't resonate with me. I can't get behind any of the concepts
Right.
for me. But if you hear like an R&B ballad that's about romance, you know, there's something different in how the story is told.
Right.
It's like how the language is used, the emphasis the artist puts on the songs, the scenarios they draw from. You can, at some point in your life, relate to the story they're telling, or you know someone who's been in that scenario. So you can feel, a good singer, you can feel what they're trying to put across. You almost don't even have to have heard the song before, but you can figure out where the line is going to go.
Right.
So R&B, not the same. Just something about country western has never resonated with
But you could kind of listen to like anything else.
everything else.
Everything else.
I'm big into dancehall, big into reggae, big into R&B, big into like soft rock, love soca, like yeah,
Right.
all the things.
So you into like 90s too? What's your favorite era?
I don't know that I have one. I just
So you
love
just like
across
everything.
all the music.
That's
So
not country.
Not country, no. So we have this poor guy in the gym, and God bless his soul. One day he started playing the music in the gym through his phone. Now he's our resident DJ. And it doesn't matter what mood he's in and he's playing it. He's like, why do you know the songs? I'm like, I don't know. They're just stuck in my brain. It doesn't matter the genre. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you at karaoke, what's your go-to song?
Gosh, there are a couple. I like Angie Stone. I am devastated that she has passed, especially like that. Like Little Mary. It's not coming to mind right now, but yeah.
Okay.
I'll go to R&B generally if it's a karaoke situation.
My favorite one would be the Tequila song. You know that one?
You mean da 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 da? That is not your favorite song.
Tequila. Because
I don't know what
I
to say.
can't sing.
Oh, I
So-
see. Right. Okay.
So the easiest song to sing is the Tequila one.
Super clear now. Yes. You know
That's
what
my
I
cheat
really-
code.
Is it? Oh, okay. You know what I really, really love? I love Lauryn Hill's Ready or Not.
Right.
Well, Fuji's Ready or Not. I love that. And like weird things stick in my brain with lyrics. So I can sing all the words to Shook Ones by Mobb Deep. I've always loved it. I love it.
I don't know.
So-
You love Mobb Deep. You know Mobb Deep songs?
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, I hear judging. I never thought. that.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
See, looks can be deceiving.
I thought you were like into ballet and you don't even do
Wow.
ballet.
No, I do not. No,
But you
no.
know Mob Deep,
For
Quiet
sure.
Storm, and
Yeah, that's
Stuck
kind of what I
Ones.
cut my teeth on. That would have been like my formative years, I would
Right.
argue. Like that's when you have stuff on a cassette tape or whatever. Like, my God, did I just age myself? Yes, because I used to own cassette tapes. I
We're in the
probably
same
still
boat,
have
no
them
worry.
somewhere. I probably still have them somewhere. Because I just believe like that's. I remember showing my godson a cassette tape way back when, and he was like, "What is this thing?" And I said, "That you don't know that is so frightening." Right. And by that time he was done with CDs even. So it's just, I like to keep those things knocking around.
Yeah, tapes are way gone.
Yeah, I know. And I want to recover some music off them. I just don't know how.
Have you ever kind of recorded like the radio on your tapes?
Of course. And you're annoyed when the DJ is talking through your song and
You
you're
go
trying to stop
pause,
it.
yeah.
And of course, that's like a rite of passage. Yes.
That was a skill though, because
Yeah,
you
it
kind of
was.
knew when the DJ was talking. You were just
You
like,
knew. You knew. So if you think about it, there's certain songs you hear now and you go, oh, it's cut off right there because that's where it ended on your tape. Yeah.
my first, when I know that I had that entrepreneurship spirit is when I was recording the songs on a cassette and I used to sell them as mixtapes at school.
Wow.
I was a pirate.
I didn't want to put it out there. I wasn't gonna say it, but yes,
I
that
mean,
sounds
yeah,
like what you
I
were.
snitching on myself because
But weren't we all though? Weren't we all on? Maybe I shouldn't actually say this. Were we all like on Napster, and weren't we all downloading some kind of
yeah, I
pirated
mean,
comment
yeah, I mean, we were young
content?
and
Sorry,
we were broke. Well, I was broke. I don't know about you, but I didn't have any money to
You,
buy
you,
any
when you
music.
working anywhere, right? You're just like we want to hear the stuff.
Yeah.
We want to have access to it, and then we're all the way over here. So, yeah.
Good, good. So I know a little bit more about you now.
Okay.
I did not write a long intro for you
Okay.
because I believe that your title, and we're gonna learn a lot as we speak. So your title holds a lot of weight. Like, what's a day like to be a CEO?
There's no actual way to answer that question because no day is the same. And that's born out of two things. One, the nature of the job, right? And then two, the particular culture of our organization. So I'll start with the second one first. So we have a culture and a reputation that we alternately love and hate for just now, fast, first, which can be a little chaotic. Our culture is not for everyone. And that's something that's really important that we say to people that join the team. This may not be for you. You may not be for us. We're an acquired taste. Working there is difficult. So because of that culture, every day is not the same because we're always going, wait, squirrel, what's that? Let's do that now. Fast and first and really, really well.
Right.
So you can't plan that, right?
Right.
And then just by nature of the job, it's all encompassing. You know, if you're lucky, you've got a good team of experts in various areas doing all the things. And your job is to kind of direct, oversee, prioritize. So just depending on what's on fire, what the plan is, what the strategy is for that day, week, month, quarter, that's what you're focused on. So you got to be a bit schizophrenic to really kind of get through it.
Got it. You ever found yourself having to hold back from micromanaging?
Yes. Yes.
How do you manage that part of it?
Well, a bit of our culture is the micromanagement of details.
Right.
Sometimes that's great. Sometimes that's not great. Personally, I say all the time, I'm very type A. I'm into the details because I really want excellent outputs. I don't mind if we get it wrong, but we got to learn something and not get it wrong the second time. So my natural inclination is to be into the details, and our business forces us to be. But what happens that you find is over time, when you learn your team and you learn what they're capable of, and we learn that every day, you can kind of release the reins a little bit. So what happens is you end up getting surprised when something goes wrong. You go, what? I didn't see that coming because I knew you had that covered. That happens a lot. So I think it's a bit of teaching oneself to kind of see what happens. But it does open you up for some surprises sometimes.
So every day is kind of like new. So you never really like have your day planned out and then.
Oh, I totally have a plan every day.
But does it go
By
to
the time I hit the car, it's done. By the time I hit the car and I'm in my first call, because I use traffic, because that's what it is, to return calls, make calls. So by the time I get onto the first call and someone sends me a squirrel, it's like, oh, okay, that's what we're focusing on today. So then the plan kind of gets shelved. But I have an overarching plan for my week. I know what I kind of need to focus on and what I have to move the needle on
Right.
at some point.
You ever felt like an imposter in your role at any time, like when you first got in?
Not really. I wouldn't liken it to, that big hairy term, imposter syndrome. I have always worked really, really, really hard. Like from the time I left campus, I never had those sort of easy walk in the park 8 to 5 jobs. And because I'm very driven, I always do the most, I'm always doing extra. So anytime an opportunity comes my way, I do feel like I deserve it.
Right.
But I'm human. And so you kind of wonder, God, what are the expectations? And will I be able to deliver them?
Right.
What's the stuff I don't know? What's the stuff I don't have the experience in that I have yet to figure out what kind of curveballs are going to come? So in that way, you just want to know, will I be able to get through the things I don't know?
Right.
But again, you kind of learn. And as I always say to people, because I do some mentorship and so on, the only way you learn is to do. And you'd be surprised how transferable an experience or a skill that you got somewhere completely unrelated is to a new environment.
Right.
So I like to collect experience, and I like to collect insights, and I like to collect skills, because you're always pulling something from your tool belt that is applicable somewhere else.
Right.
Always, always, always.
Okay. So let's say there's someone who, dream to be a CEO or take any leadership role, but they lack confidence. How do you go about gaining confidence?
One of the most powerful things that you can do is talk to people who know you well. It's kind of like looking in a mirror. What you see when you look in the mirror is not what someone else sees. And if you ask someone who knows you really well, what am I really good at? What am I not so good at? What do I need to work on? You'll surprise yourself. So skills that you didn't know that you had, someone else is going to go, yeah, you do that all the time naturally. And the things that you might have thought you were good at, they'll go, you could really improve on this.
Right.
So it really helps to have conversations with people who know you well in different spheres of your life. And when you learn a little bit more about yourself, so you have your own lens and you have their lens too, it does make you realize what you could be capable of.
Right. Do you have that for yourself?
In terms of that network?
Well, the outside lens, someone to let you know.
It's a very vocal lens, yes. Not all the time the lens I want to see, but yeah, I do. I do. And I feel very lucky to have them.
What is your leadership philosophy?
Always show up. Pursue excellence with grace. Put your hand up. Let your voice be heard. Be visible. Have a standard that you're aspiring toward. If you just do anything anyway, that's kind of how you're going to be perceived. You're not always going to get it right. You're not always going to win, but you have to have been aiming for something. It's pretty much how I run the business as well.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Do you think that a relationship plays a role in your professional space?
What kind of relationship?
Well, intimate relationship.
Yes, because you're human. Pieces of life bleed together. So one of my philosophies is, I don't need anybody to punch a clock. One of my first bosses, one of our sticking points used to be, why can you not, maybe I should not say this, but why can you not get here for 8 o'clock? I'm like, why would I get here for 8 o'clock? I left at 10. It's gotta be give or take. Like, what's more important, that we get the thing done or that you see me here at 8? Right. What's the thing that's most important? And even though that's a bit extreme, that was a lot of project-based work, so the hours were insane. With my teams now, I tend to say, I'm not fussed about where you are at any point in time. Are we getting the things done that we need to get done? And are you showing up when I need you to show up? That's the stuff that's really important to me. I actually forgot the question.
No, the question was
relationships, right?
Yeah.
So how I explain that is always because we're human beings, we have full lives.
Yeah.
So if you have kids, you're gonna have to do pickup or drop off, or someone's gonna be sick or whatever. Every day is not gonna look the same.
Yeah.
You're also a woman or you're a man, so you may need to go and maybe you can only get your hair appointment on this particular day and time. once you are showing up and getting the stuff you need to get done, then go take that 2 hours and do that thing. I'll see you online later if need be. But is the work getting done? Can I count on you to be there when the business needs you? That's generally how I manage. So when it comes to intimate relationships, yes, you have a whole life at home with a significant other or with kids or with parents that you're taking care of, and that's going to color your day.
Right.
How you come into the office that day, how you interact with customers that day. So that's kind of the part I was talking about where I said it's about pursuing excellence, but with some grace for yourself and for others.
Yeah. I should have phrased the question a little different.
Okay.
Because what I wanted to get at
Where you want to go
is, okay, let me think about it. How important is a supportive relationship regarding going into a professional space?
Very. And it doesn't matter if you are the CEO or you're not the CEO. Again, it's about an enabling environment. So what lets you show up as your best self? How are you supported with the many non-work things you have to do? Is somebody helping you share that load? Or if they can't help you share that load, are they sort of building you up so that you can carry your own load if you don't have that other person in your life?
Right.
So whether it's an intimate relationship or it's a supportive friend or it's a peaceful environment that you live in your home space, it's super important because, as I said, all these pieces of your life bleed together and impact how you show up on a daily basis and how successful you can be. When can you take your foot off the pedal and let go so you can focus on something professional in that moment in time? You can only do that if you have the right support behind you.
Yeah, yeah. How do you encourage well-being, if you do, in your workplace?
So our environment is super hardcore. Cannot emphasize that enough. I sort of divide myself between two spaces. One, we have to take some personal accountability on what's right for us. So one thing I do, which people don't get, is I take my vacations. Who's missing vacation? If I don't unplug, and I don't have the luxury of unplugging 100%, but if I don't separate myself from my space periodically, I'm no good to my team and I can't deliver anything. So what's the point of that? And you'll hear a lot of people say, well, I can't take vacation. I don't know when to go on vacation. It has to be, because something is wrong if your business can't run without you being gone for a week, 2 weeks, 3 days, right? So some of it is personal accountability. I am taking this time. I'm doing all the necessary things to allow me to take this time before I go. And then when I come back, I'm going to plug in, you'll get all of me again.
Right.
And then some of it is, of course, the organization's responsibility. So what do we as a business have in place for our people, whether it's, you know, the things that you don't want to have your staff have to think about, whether it's healthcare and pensions. And then just on a day-to-day basis, can you have a laugh? Can you just disconnect? Can you walk around and have a conversation? So one of my teams in particular, they are a walking distraction. They are excellent. They get everything done. They are pure vibes. There may be some random song playing. They are doing the most at their workstations. They have mastered the art of unplugging, disconnecting, and having a laugh. And one of my favorite parts of my day is just walking through the office, talking to people. What'd you do this weekend? Where are you going? What you eating for lunch? Can I get lunch too? Where are we? What's going on? And those conversations kind of, I think, break up tough meetings, tough days, hard days, you know, negative thought spirals. It just helps you to connect with people, which is super important, and exhale to go again.
Nice. Do you think you will ever get into entrepreneurship space?
No.
Smart.
So when you asked me on, I was kind of like, oh, he sees a lot of creatives and entrepreneurs. I like to think I'm creative and innovative, but I think entrepreneurs, I'm in awe of them. I'm just not. I think you're either wired that way or you're not, and I'm not. There is something phenomenal about the bet that an entrepreneur is prepared to take on themselves and their idea. And I believe in my idea, but I want a support system around to help me execute it. So it's just not how I'm wired. I watch them in awe. I support them in awe. It's just not how I'm wired.
Yeah. I think that there's some things that creatives and entrepreneurs can get from you. I think that one of the things that we lack is structure. because we are creative, we can be all over the place.
Right.
But in corporate world, they have that structure. I mean, like sometimes it could be too square
Yep.
from my liking, but it sometimes is necessary in some cases.
I like what you said there because I think it's all about balance. So there's something about that raw creativity and that fly by the seat of your pants. But to your point, I think my interplay with entrepreneurs is better where I can ask questions and challenge and say, did you think about this? And then how you choose to rope that into your ethos is another thing.
Yeah.
But we all have something to learn from each other.
Yeah. And I think it's different. Founders, entrepreneurs, and CEOs, they're all different. So I want you to tell me, because for me, I'm a dreamer. I could visualize business concepts or ideas. Why should I hire a CEO?
Why would you hire a CEO? Because there has to be somebody who has the overarching vision in their brain at all times. Why are we doing what we're doing? So if you're on your passion project, you're deeply embedded in your passion project, there is some opportunity that may be a corollary to that you're not seeing because you're so focused on project A. Your CEO is supposed to look for the sort of tangential opportunities that you could be pursuing. And maybe is that person who can say, well, actually pause on passion project A because the time is so right now for project B. And again, because you're very stuck into what you're passionate about right now, you're not seeing that. And then once you get there, you need the person who's going to help you keep reprioritizing and re-strategizing. And sort of directing your effort, pulling in the resources that you need, because you might hit a wall, right? I don't know how to get this thing done. I don't know who to talk to get this thing advanced. The right CEO is going to be able to give you the resources you need and find them. Okay, so we needed this. Let me go and get that for you. Let me find that for you. Let me facilitate and enable you.
Okay, you're hired. Jacoba, she's hired.
I'm in.
No, but that makes sense because, again, like because we are dreamers, we are often thinking in the future.
Yeah.
So sometimes we are not like on the ground and doing the driving. We're in the clouds, and the clouds is not always reality. Even though being up there, it offers a view where you can be innovative and you can build new things, but who's on the ground maintaining and driving and making those things happen?
And the flip is true too, because if you're in a very structured mindset and environment, you need the dreamers to give you some blue sky thinking. What's possible that you've not thought about yet? Right.
Yeah.
So again, the two work really hand in hand. Any team has to be made up of both.
So like we talk about the in-between, you know the term entrepreneurship?
Yes.
Do you encourage that in your organization?
Yes, because again, the best ideas come out of ideas people, right? So how can we do this differently? And it's not necessarily only about a new product or a new service. Sometimes this is about a process, right? I talked earlier about us trying to be fast all the time. The only way to be fast and good is if you actually are thinking about what you're doing and creatively reimagining it. How can we do this differently? So to me, that's all a bit of entrepreneurship as well. It's not just bringing a product or a service to market.
Correct. And for those listening, entrepreneurship is a concept where a person have entrepreneurship spirit, but working in an organization. So they're not having their own business, but they're bringing those ideas into the business.
Correct.
Yeah.
And especially in my industry, if you don't have new ideas and you're not tapped into what's new and what's happening out there, you'll die. So
Definitely. There's a term, and I want to get your opinion on it. Customers are always right.
I feel like this is a test. Okay.
What do you think about that?
I think that is not true. The fact is, sometimes customers are wrong. The job is to make them feel supported. So they have a need, and they may or may not be communicating that effectively, but they have a need that's not being fulfilled. Either your business can fulfill it or it can't. Whether it is, I need something checked, something fixed, something done, I need to buy something. The customer may not always be correct, but how you engage with the customer and make them feel about your brand and your business is totally within your control. So it isn't always, yes, the customer deserves the discount or the rebate or the free thing. But how are we going to keep that customer engaging with our brand or our business?
Okay. So, I mean, we all know the importance of customer service. How important youth put that on the scale.
Well, we've just reimagined an entire customer experience team because we want to go past just service. We actually want to create customer experiences, and we're not just putting lip service to that. Really, one of the things that we talk about at Digicel is that the customer's experience is all of our jobs, right? For better or for worse, if I go outside now and somebody notes that I work at Digicel, they have something they want to tell me, they want to buy from me, they want information, they want something fixed or something done. How I respond in that moment, I'm representing the brand, right? So for all of us in every interaction, we are delivering some type of customer service. The customers, through the purchase and the interaction with our products and service, they pay our bills, right? They keep us employed. So if we're not respecting them or we're not doing it for them, who are we doing it for? Right? The other thing I feel really passionately about is I don't like doing things for doing things' sake.
Right.
So when you asked me about taking up the role, and I've said this before, there was a lot of noise around first female Barbadian CEO, and that's great. It's great for our business and so on, and for our country and for our industry, and yes, all those things. But it has to mean something. It can't just be a press release. So it means that our business has to advocate for things that are national priorities. So is it youth and sport? Is it being heavily invested in crop over? Is it making sure that we give back to the communities? That has to be part of the legacy if we're going to talk about having the first Barbadian female CEO. Those things are going to be important. Are we going to show up on International Women's Day? Are we going to do those things? Super important. It has to be more than just words on a page. And that's definitely the legacy that I'm trying to leave behind at Digicel.
What is an initiative that you're most proud of?
There are a couple. So every Bajan's favorite network is our new tagline. So people still talk about the bigger, better network, which has always been our tagline for some time. And recently it's evolved. And we are seeing that recall is happening in the streets, in the everyday. Because again, the brand has to stand for something. We're really, really proud of having a majority local team, which is not the same across the region. But in Barbados, we're a majority local. So in our minds, we understand our customer base. We understand what people want, and we speak the same language. And so we want to be the subconscious choice of the customer. So if you're thinking about whatever we sell or whatever we do, you want to think our brand, because I align with these folks. I have an affinity for them. I understand them, and they understand me. So that launch of that tagline and all of the marketing we've done around it, a lot of the investments that we've made to support it, again, in youth and sports and education, those are things I'm really proud of as part of the legacy of the time I've been there.
Okay. So we talk about equality, talking about gender and stuff like that in your workplace, but we now have another thing that is coming in, and that's the machine, AI. What are your thoughts about that?
Many. So, yay. Right. Any sort of technology advancement is exciting. Figuring out how we're going to adopt it, how we're going to use it. And we already have started in our business in different ways. But I think one of the things that people get distracted by is, oh, the machines are taking over. Are they though? Because someone has to teach the machines, at least for the foreseeable future. Someone has to teach the machines, what do you want to get out of it, and when they're right and when they're wrong. And someone has to put those machines to the right use. So I am excited about the future of technology. I'm excited about AI and all the things that they can do. One of my girlfriends says to me that she uses AI to figure out what to buy from the supermarket. Now, I'm not there yet. But when you think about all the day-to-day applications, quality of life is so much more important than it ever has been. So if we can use this technology to make life easier, you asked about well-being earlier, and to improve like day-to-day well-being, because you're not grinding 12 hours a day because something else is figuring it out for you because some human somewhere taught it how to figure it out. Let's do that. Right?
Are you scared about it, like replacing people?
Not yet. that's not where I am yet. Yet right now, I am more worried about, do we have the right people in the region to learn and understand and then teach others about the technology, how to use it, how to deploy it effectively, how to get some benefit out of it. I want to make sure, I'm hopeful that we put the right resources in the right places to capitalize and utilize the technology well. That's more what I'm preoccupied by than is it going to take over? I don't think we're there yet.
Okay. How can a person position himself to work for you?
Well, if you asked the young lady in the elevator the other day, you're a Digicel CEO? Listen, I know somebody looking for a job. What's your email? I'm when the doors are closing, I'm going to send you an email. So
that's an elevator pitch right there.
that is exactly what happened. I was like, okay. How can someone position themselves to work for me? So sometimes you don't even have to position yourself. There is a particular member of my team who is back to what I was saying about showing up excellently, right? Or having a standard that you work toward. There's a particular member of my team who excelled in the space that they were in. And they had done some really good work publicly that I noted, and I kept noting it. And one day I said to a service provider, I'd love to figure out who painted that thing. And they said to me, actually, I know them. They're going to be here in an hour. And I met them. I said nothing or whatever. And then I started stalking them, unbeknownst to them. Because I knew that whatever it was that drove that, I need that in my business. And when the time came and I had an opportunity through my channels, I reached right out to that person. And they've been with us for a few years now. Sometimes it's just in the things that you do, not to be seen, but just how you show up every day. Someone is looking, someone is noticing.
Someone is stalking.
Someone is stalking. Someone needs to know, someone needs what you have to offer. And they're going to remember you. Sometimes it's as simple as a barbecue conversation. One of my most senior roles, I didn't realize I was being interviewed. I was at a barbecue and having this conversation with this very engaged gentleman about what I've done and what I want to do and what I'm really good at. And then the phone rang the next day. I'd like to offer you a job. I'm like, oh yeah, right. No, I'm not looking. I'm actually really good where I am. It's very persistent. And it was one of the best decisions I made, So you never know when someone, you never know.
So you got to show up your best every day.
Absolutely. Or try to, and talk to people and just represent. If you enter a room, represent something, stand for something, comment on something that's happening in a conversation that you're a part of. Something's going to resonate or stick with someone. Actually, I met someone who said they were in that field. Let me think. You just never know.
Yeah. What was one of the most challenging things to adapt from being a CEO?
I would say more so being the CEO for Digicel is the scrutiny. You are constantly out there. This is going to sound so ridiculous and pretentious. I was playing some golf the other day.
Oh, Lord.
I'm trying to get back into a golf game. Really terrible right now. I have lucky swings. And I'm tired. I had a really bad day on the range. Really bad, embarrassingly bad. And I'm licking my wounds. I'm coming in. I'm tired. I'm sweaty. And I haven't eaten. And someone goes, oh, I just called Digicel and I cannot get through with X, Y, and Z. And I'm going, it is Sunday at 6:00. How do I? But again, this is my customer and they have some need.
Yeah.
So you got to tell yourself back and tune into what they're saying. And the best you can do is say, okay, give me a buzz on Monday, tomorrow, and I will deal with it for you. But it is the fact that people assume, oh, you're here? Then you're here to deal with my issue. Doesn't matter if it's social, doesn't matter if it's midnight. I've had people call me. I do not know how everybody gets the number. It's not private, but dead of night. Oh, quick question. My voicemail isn't working. I'm going, it is 11 p.m. What are we doing, right? But you're always, and because you represent the brand and you're out there, people know you. So they will look at your eyebrows moving. Yeah.
No,
you don't have any you time. You're just always
because you could never
on.
turn off. But at the same time, in my head, I'm thinking you are the CEO. So if something is wrong with my voicemail, I know I would never think.
Small society problems, though. Small
That's what I'm
society
saying.
problems.
Maybe we do that in the Caribbean, but
We do in the Caribbean, and to be honest, it's it's a blessing and a curse because I actually want to know what's wrong. I also want to know what's not working.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to say to the team, hey, this customer approached me about this and this feels simple to me. Why are they having a problem
So is
with
it good and bad about
It's
being
good and
close to the
bad.
ground?
It's just the timing. It's that same thing about quality of life, well-being, wellness, and awareness. So because you're always accessible through the technology, people use it.
But it's discretion though at the same time, whereas like you're not in office, you're not at work, it's Sunday as you say.
I do say to my team though, we're an essential service, right? So we're 24/7, but there's some things that are not super important. So if you're traveling and you're stuck and you go, the only person I can think to reach out to is
that's
this
an
person.
emergency. That's different.
Of course. But some of the trivialities you wish, but it comes with the responsibility. So
You had to do a lot of public speaking as a CEO. You used to do it before?
I guess so, yes. So I've always been parts of like things that require speaking or doing presentations. I used to do consulting a long time ago. So a lot of that is delivering presentations and reports to audiences. So yes, and I love engaging. So I actually don't mind it, especially if I'm passionate about the topic and I feel I can speak about it easily. I actually quite enjoy, and I love getting some interaction and so on. And I don't mind putting up my hand for those opportunities. If someone says, hey, can I talk to you about something? Or would you like to give a talk on something? I actually enjoy doing it. So yes.
Okay. Yeah. You can't turn off. But at the same time, like I would never pair up a technical, like something like a voicemail. I would never pair that up with calling you the CEO.
Again, small society problems. So we know each other and we know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. And I mean, let's be very real. We all know that getting through to the utilities, it can be very difficult. So if I know somebody, I'm going to call that person because I can't, for whatever reason, it's very difficult to navigate whatever the channels are that we all put in place from time to time. So we have a contact and we use it. I'm sure I do the same thing, but I try not to be hypocritical. So if I'm going to reach out to a contact, I kind of go, what time is it? Right?
Right. Sally.
What has also started happening, which is funny, I have two Instagram profiles. So I have my private personal profile with all my friend stuff and whatever. And then I have a public profile. And the public one came about because I once signed up for a conference and they said, what's your Instagram handle? I went, I do not want them to see that.
Yeah.
So I created this public one, which is the one that is just open. Anybody can access it. I post mostly professional stuff. What's happening now is that people use my DMs to register like queries or customer complaints or whatever. And I'm horrible at DMs. Horrible. If I see one, it's by chance.
I got lucky.
Yeah. It's by chance. So then when I started realizing it was happening, I went, first of all, these people are not going to get their queries answered. There's no way. And then second of all, I don't know that this is what this space is for. Like we have a whole like website, we have a whole contact center, we have a whole Instagram. But again, it's a blessing and a curse because one, people feel that you're accessible as a brand, right? I can reach out to her and she's going to sort it out. And then I get to see, okay, what are people upset about? What's happening? And then I can pass it on to the right team and we learn and we change things together. So blessing and a curse.
Yeah. You ever have to deal with like people being like hostile?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
With you?
Of course. At some point you stop being a person to people and you are the brand. So if the brand's upset you today, I don't care who's in front of me. You are that. You are going to get it. You're going to get my wrath. Yes. Happens all the time.
Wow.
And then you just have to de-escalate. Listen, people just want to be heard, right? Mm-hmm. So you listen to what the issue is and you just focus on how do we resolve this? How do we resolve this? No, I don't take lightly to disrespect though. So we're not going to do that. But if you're heated, very animated or whatever, I'm just going to try to let you get it out. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to focus on how do we fix what your issue is. But it happens. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Those aren't great moments, but they happen.
How important do you think having a personal brand is when you're working in an organization?
Huge. Huge. Again, you have to associate yourself with something. So for me, my leadership style has to mirror who I am as a person and the things that I value as a person. Otherwise, it's not authentic. People will see through it. They won't believe me. They will find it hard to follow my lead. They have to believe that the person that is showing up 99.9% of the time is really who I say I am. And who I say I am is defined a lot by my personal brand, things I believe in, things I value, things I don't tolerate. So I think it's super important. And even for yourself, if you're still trying to find your career path, having a personal brand is going to help you define to others who you are. And it's going to help you look for the right opportunity for you because you'll know what aligns with who you have decided your personal brand is and what that looks like. Super, super, super important. It's like setting off on a journey without a map. Where are you going? How are you going to get there?
Yeah. Just blowing with the wind.
Just blowing with the wind.
There are some people who don't think paying attention to your personal brand is necessary because they see themselves as an employee. They're working under a brand and not necessarily them being a brand.
I 100% disagree with that. And it's not just, how you choose to dress on a particular day, although sometimes that's part of it too, right? How you physically show up. Like it or not, people create an impression of you based on what they see. It's their first impression of you. But it's also how you choose to engage with someone, how you make them feel when when they leave a conversation with you. All that's part of your personal brand.
Yeah. Okay. Now for the fun stuff.
Okay.
What is one thing that we would never think about Natalie Abrahams? One thing that you like that we would never think that you like?
I don't know. Dessert.
Dessert?
Yeah.
I would believe that you like dessert.
You would? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah. I love sugar. Trying to do better. I am getting older, but I love sugar and sweets and stuff. Dance hall. Some reason people don't necessarily see me as a dance hall fan. I love dance hall music. I don't know. I think maybe my more social side, the stuff that I really enjoy. I think people make an assumption based on the job I do. And people make this comment all the time. Oh, you always look so put together. Usually my mind is racing in 50 different directions.
And
right?
you don't feel put together?
Not all the time. I'm barely making it through the day sometimes, right? Because, something happened the day before, you've got something on your mind. And then professionally, you have a lot of responsibility. You're responsible for over 100 people and a whole business. And you have your home life and you have stuff happening, So I would caution people to be careful about comparisons based on what things just look like,
Yeah.
I try to keep it together. It's part of my personal brand. I try to keep it together. But yeah, I think people would more be surprised by my musical choices and tastes, maybe. Places I like to go, things I like to do. Yeah. And my intolerances, maybe.
Okay. If you had a swap with a celebrity for one day, who would that be?
Rihanna. Hands down. What are we talking about? Rihanna. Hands down.
How did I know that?
I'm just saying I'm a super fan. I'm a super, super fan.
And you met her many times.
I wouldn't say many. I've met her a couple of times. I've been privileged enough to do so. And she's always been super gracious and, talk about a story that I'm in awe of. I love that she was her true self and she made her mark and then she ran with that. She was like, this is where I'm meant to be. I'm going to own this space.
Right.
And she, in my opinion, I didn't know her from before she was famous, but in my opinion, she has decided this is who I am. This is who I'm going to always be. You're always guaranteed what you'll get when you see her, how she shows up, how she engages with people. I love her for being consistent. And I love what she's been able to accomplish. I think it's fantastic. And I love everything she sells. I'll buy anything she sells. It doesn't matter. She starts selling pets, I'm buying those too. Super fan.
Pets.
Yeah.
You're a pet person. You're a dog person.
I am a dog mom. Yes.
I could tell. I don't know.
Why?
Explains it.
Oh, yeah. I'm a total dog person. I love them. Unconditional love.
Are you a reader?
Yes.
Which
A little
book?
less time now, but I've always been a big reader and a big advocate of reading. Even part of a online book club.
Really?
You'll be surprised about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Started during the pandemic.
Okay. Which book impacted you the most?
One of my favorite books is Half of a Yellow Sun by Chimamanda Adichie. I loved the story because it was a story about someone's life. And I'm not really big into biographies, but it was a story about a real place, real things happening, and real scenarios that could have happened in that space and in that time. And it was set in Africa.
Okay.
That is one of my favorite books. For me, I don't. So the other thing is, people say, how can you watch that? Oh, here's the thing you'll be surprised about. I love nonsense TV. Now, I don't have time to like watch it in real time, but you know, with Digicel Plus, I
You're
can
gonna have to
record
pay
it.
for that, man.
Well,
Just
I
kidding.
can record it and watch it later. So I love nonsense TV.
Mm-hmm.
My days are super, super intense. My
Yeah.
stress level is always at 150. So I do want to come home and watch Real Housewives. I absolutely want to watch that. And I
Right.
don't want you to talk through it. And no, I don't want to do something else. I want to watch this right now. I want to watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't want to watch National Geographic. I don't, because my brain is on all day.
Right.
In fact, when I get home, I need a few minutes of silence. I don't want to engage in anything heavy. I don't want to decide what's for dinner. I don't decide where we're going for dinner. I actually just don't want to think for about a few minutes.
Because you spend so many hours leading and thinking.
Talking, leading, and thinking. So I actually just don't want to do it. I just don't want to be asked. But then when I come back up for air, I'm good. But I just need a few minutes of, please don't ask me anything.
Right.
And please don't call my name, just for a few minutes. And then I'm good again. But I don't want to read anything too heavy unless I'm setting out to do so for my own edification. But in my downtime, I want to do something simple. I want to go to a show. I want to go to a concert. I want to go to a party.
Right.
I want to watch some nonsense TV. I want to flip through a magazine. I want to flip through Pinterest. And then I can come back up for air.
That's fair. Yeah. Having a high stress job and a position, then you gotta go the opposite direction
Yeah.
to wind down.
Oh, yeah.
You have any
Absolutely.
dreams? Yeah, this come out of this left field.
Wow. Yeah, my dreams. Gosh. I think they're tied to my affirmations. So I want to find contentment and I want to thrive in an environment of peace. So I know that sounds very written down in a journal somewhere, but by contentment, I mean, because I'm very driven, I'm always going for the next thing. Because I'm very go-getterish, I want to have that next thing, get that next thing, see that next thing, do that next thing. And it can be exhausting. I tire myself out. So that's what I mean by contentment. To get to that place where I go, you know what? I'm good. I'm going to let life happen. I'm not there yet. I'm still very much, let me direct the course of things. And another dream when I talk about peace is I'm still trying to find what my balance looks like. So I don't believe in the concept of work-life balance. I think balance is whatever you need in the point in time. There are going to be times when work has to win because you're grinding for something, there's a priority happening at work. And there are times when life has to take over because of your health, because of a loved one, because of something, right? So I don't believe in work-life balance. I think there is balance and that it shifts based on what's happening in your space at a point in time.
Right.
So when I talk about peace, it's finding peace with wherever my life is at a point in time and being happy with that balance and not constantly having to toggle it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I wanted to get at if you had any external
And
passions.
also to be Rihanna's personal assistant. Also one of my dreams. Also one of my dreams.
We'll put it out there.
Please, see what she says.
You might meet her in the elevator again or something.
Listen, I'll try.
I wanted to get at if you have any external passions outside of your position right now.
Not professional pursuits.
Right.
Professionally, I am always looking to learn something new and do more. So I feel like I'm doing and learning, and I'm always open to doing and learning opportunities. So professionally, personally, my passions revolve around the things I do in my downtime. So socializing, actually traveling, seeing things, seeing new spaces, being exposed to new things. Those are my passions. Those are my passions outside of getting the job done.
And listening to Mobb Deep.
Listening to Mobb Deep. Yes. Mobb Deep, Dave Matthews Band, Angie Stone, Maxwell, Jasmine Sullivan, like, yeah.
Classics. Remove one thing from this earth. If you had the opportunity to do
I
that.
can't say it. It would just cause so much. You know what I was, okay, let me say this. I'll go broad so I don't get in trouble. Thoughtless people. Oh my God.
That's too broad. We could do better than that. Come on.
It's gonna get me in so much trouble. Okay. Like a serious thing or like a thing, a niggly pet peeve thing.
A niggly pet peeve thing, because the serious thing seems like you're scared. You're too scared to say.
I'm not too scared, but
I know, it's plain.
okay. So can we normalize not using every roadway as a public bathroom? Men, I'm talking to you. Can we please normalize not whipping it out in public, peeing on everything? Please.
Okay, I wasn't looking for that, but
Just say, can we do better? Can we not teach our little boys to do it as well? Please. The other one, I'm going to find a constructive way to say it. I love living in Barbados. I feel privileged to live here. I hands down think we live in the best territory in the Caribbean, bar none. So when I see certain things, I get so frustrated and annoyed. So we have a basic need. Not everybody is privileged enough to have a car, a neighbor with a car, or a friend with a car. And so people have to get around. So public transportation is important. I can't wait for us to get that right. Not only for the traveling public, but the traffic on the road is unreal.
yeah.
And so I understand why we need ZRs. I get it. People have to get to work. People have stuff to do. Okay? But there's something that we're not getting right in terms of the value of people's lives based on how they treat with the roads and other drivers and their passengers. And there has to be something done about that. Then for the other road users, I can't feel threatened when I decide to overtake, or I can't feel like only you can use the road and I must proceed at your pace also. So when I said about thoughtlessness, all of that feeds into it too. So I understand the need. I want us to do better at finding a solution inclusive of using ZRs.
Yeah.
That meets the traveling public's needs safely and without inciting mass road rage every day, all the time.
I think we just got to remember that we are not the only ones that need to be somewhere. And just remember that you're not home. I think people get into the cars and think that they're taking their home with them. And so they're not considerate of everything else that's going on around them when they're on the road.
All drivers, yeah. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I'm like, well, I need to, you need to, I need to take, and I need to, we're all those people.
Yeah.
But I think about the public transportation system differently because now you're responsible for so many other people. So the choices you decide to make, whether you're racing or you're whatever, you're putting other people's lives at risk who just want to get to where they're going and get on about their business and their day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you're endangering my life as a fellow road user, and you're endangering the life of your passengers as well.
For sure.
And I'm not okay with that.
Yeah.
The other thing would be people who litter. Again, I love my country. It is not 1945. Why are we doing this? Why are we throwing chefette boxes out of our windows? Who are we? We are so much better than that. I don't know why that is still okay, but I see it way too often, and I just go insane. My husband always says, couldn't you calm down? I'm like, but did you just see the chicken box go flying out the highway? Like, did you not just see that? That is, again, thoughtlessness.
Got it.
Someone has to clean that up. Someone. And then there's the environment. But let's say you can't even get there in terms of your contemplation. Somebody has to clean that up behind you. Why do you think that's okay? Why should someone come behind you to pick up your discarded chicken box?
Yeah.
Who are we? I cannot stand things like that. It drives me insane.
I like how you put that because I think that people like whenever you do that action, you always have to think about the next person that is going to have to pick it up. Like if you even like using a public bathroom, don't leave it messy. You like someone's mother or father or brother or aunt got to clean it.
100%.
So if you think that another human being has to come in here, I think you would start treating things a little different.
Yep. And women are notoriously bad for that. Like they treat shared bathrooms ridiculously, and they cannot be living like that at home. And we just don't think someone has to come behind you, one, and use it, and two, someone has to clean that before they go home to their own family and clean their own.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah. I have this thing where I do a gem pull. So my community writes in gems, like advice, words of wisdom, and they send it in for my guests.
No pressure.
And no, it's nothing. It's free. It's a free gem for you. So I put them in here.
Okay.
So that you can.
As in, okay.
Oops.
Okay.
Production falling apart.
So I get to pull one?
You get to pull one.
Okay, awesome.
One is for you. Yeah. So just mixing up a little bit. And I want you to read it out.
Okay.
And I think their name should be tagged on it. If not, that's one or two?
One.
Oh.
Okay. Read it aloud?
Yes, please.
Progress oftentimes doesn't look like how we planned it would be. And it also tends not to happen when we want it to. But that doesn't mean it isn't happening. Keep going. Maya, Aisha Cakes.
That's for you.
I love that, actually. That's a great reminder. Person is reading into my life right now. So that's awesome.
So you get to take it home.
I can keep it.
Yeah.
I can keep it. Thank you.
And is there something that you can leave with us? Let me put it into context. Let's talk to preferably a young girl who would love to be in your shoes in leadership someday. And what would you tell them? What would you tell them to get them ready for this role?
One, you're readier than you think. Readier. You're more ready than you think.
I like that word, readier. Yeah, be readier.
Readier. You're more ready than you think. Even though some things happen organically, you can still only recognize that thing when you have a plan in place. So you know what you're looking for and you can identify it. Okay, this is that opportunity. Oh my God, this is exactly the opportunity for me to do that thing I wanted to do. But if you don't have a plan, you won't even see it coming. So give some thought to, it may not be the specific job or company or role, but give some thought about where you'd like to see yourself. Who is the person you envision yourself being 5 years from now, 10 years from now? What does that look like? And what's involved in realizing that, so that it's easier to identify the opportunities when they come your way. And then when they come, don't squander them. Decide what mark you're going to leave in every space you're in. It might just be a dinner invitation. It might be an opportunity to meet someone. What mark are you going to leave in every space you're in? People remember.
Yeah, you said that a lot of times. It's leaving a mark. You never know who's watching. So show up, keep showing up. Yeah, I like it. I love it.
One of the things I've heard that I really like, it's really morbid, I don't get it right all the time, for sure, is live your life like you want your eulogy to be read.
Yeah.
And again, I'm still working on it, but it's all about leaving a mark, something to be remembered by. Otherwise, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Do you think that could, like, I love everything you were saying there. But do you also believe that some people could be held back because they want it to be so perfect?
Yeah. Yeah. But you only get to see that perfection isn't ideal and not often attainable with life. You have to kind of get a few knocks and realize, shoot, 98% was actually okay. That only comes with enough experience, enough exposure to not always having everything within your control and still winning. It's kind of like when you do a dance recital.
Yeah.
And the only people that know that you were off count or that you missed your particular cue are those that rehearsed with you. The audience sees that perfect, wow, look at all the costumes and look at all the moves and look how graceful. But you're going, oh God, I missed that cue. No one knows.
Yeah.
No one knows. And I think it's only enough time seeing that play out in your own life that you get to realize, okay, here's where I can toggle to 80%. Here's where I need to be at 100. But if you try to be at 100 and all things to all people, you will burn out.
Right.
And you won't even recognize yourself anymore. And people won't appreciate that 100 that you fought and gave your blood for.
Very good. Very good. I like that. What's next for Natalie? Is crop over?
Yeah, I'm outside. Totally outside. For better or for worse. Yeah, crop over. I'm big into concerts. So we talked about music a lot. So I've got a big concert coming up. Looking forward to that. I love live music. Yeah, but just keep grinding, keep pushing, keep delivering for my team, professionally and personally. A bit of downtime for summer. That's what's next.
Good. How about the podcast? Your podcast?
For the record, there is no podcast. I don't even know how I would fit it in. And then I have to be super organized around my guests and so on and my topics and so on. So I'll just say for now, I will look forward to opportunities to like talk on different topics.
Yeah.
And meet different people. But yeah, no podcast.
Sounds good. Thank you for coming.
I'm so happy to have been asked. I was really chuffed. So that's when the DMs actually worked well. Yeah. I was like, wait, what? So thank you for inviting me. It's really nice to be asked and I really enjoyed it.
You're welcome. And that's a wrap. Cut.
This project is made possible in part by the Cultural Industries Development Fund of the National Cultural Foundation of Barbados.